They told us if you skip breakfast, you're going to wreck your metabolism. If you fast, you're going to lose muscle. And if you don't eat every couple of hours, your body's just going to shut down into starvation mode. Yep, I used to believe all that too, trust me. I grew up in that era of bodybuilding magazines, fitness gurus, and diet books telling us we had to eat 6 times a day, every 2 to 3 hours, or protein shakes, chicken breasts, all that, or else all of your gains would vanish. But none of that actually held up in my own life when I started experimenting with fasting. And the more I dug into the science, the more I realized those rules that we were taught are just straight up myths. So today, I'm going to bust 3 of the biggest fasting myths that I still see floating around out there and show you what's really going on inside your body when you stop eating for a little while. I'm Kevin. I'm just a regular guy. I'm in training to become a holistic nutritionist. I'm a drummer. I'm an artist, a husband, a dad. I was dealing with fatigue, inflammation, asthma, prostate issues, ADHD, the list goes on. Doctors had me on meds for all of it. But instead of masking symptoms with pills, I decided to fix the root cause. So through fasting, clean, plant-based nutrition, and a total lifestyle change, I got off all medication and rebuilt my energy from the inside out, creating optimum health within my body. Oh, and peak male performance. Yeah, that kind of performance, if you know what I'm saying. My mission now is to help people over 40 simplify their nutrition, get their energy back, and take control of their life without caffeine, supplements, or gimmicks. I've figured out how to do it while being a busy dad, and I just want to show you how. Okay, so let's get into it. Myth number 1, skipping breakfast destroys your metabolism. Let's start with the king of them all. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You've heard it, your parents probably drilled it into you, and I believed it for years. But I'd eat at 7 a.m. and by 10 a.m. I was starving again, crashing, foggy, sometimes even hangry. When I finally skipped breakfast, whole different story. I expected to feel weak, but instead I had more energy, more focus, and I wasn't distracted by food all morning long. The science backs it. Skipping breakfast doesn't slow your metabolism. Fasting improves your insulin sensitivity and helps your body actually use energy more efficiently. So if you're still forcing down food at 7 a.m. thinking you're jumpstarting your metabolism, let me just say it, you don't have to. Your body is smarter than that. All right, myth number 2, fasting makes you lose muscle. This one really hit home for me because I'm a drummer. I've been a drummer for 30 years. Endurance and strength, I need my muscles. And for years, I was terrified to miss a meal because I thought I'd waste away. But it turns out the truth is your body isn't that fragile. When you fast, your body doesn't instantly burn muscle. It burns glycogen, which are your stored carbs, and fat first. Muscle is a last resort. During fasting, your growth hormone levels actually go up, and growth hormone is what actually preserves muscle and burns fat. So, fasting protects your lean tissue while giving your body access to stored energy. When I started fasting, I expected to get weaker, but I didn't. I was able to keep drumming, I kept working out, and in some ways I actually felt stronger because I wasn't carrying all that bloat, the inflammation, or the food crashes that happen all day if you eat like that. Think about it. Our ancestors might have gone days without eating, and they still had to hunt, run, build, survive. If fasting made us lose muscle instantly, humans probably wouldn't even be here. All right, myth number 3. You need to eat constantly for energy. We've been told to graze like cattle. Keep the metabolism stoked. Have constant snacking, always digesting. But here's what actually happens. Every time you eat, your insulin spikes. If you're eating all day, your body never gets the signal to tap into fat stores. You're basically stuck in storage mode. When I used to graze, I would get tired after every meal. I thought I was fueling, but I was actually getting on a roller coaster of energy. When I shifted to fasting, my energy was steady. My mental clarity went through the roof. No mid-afternoon slump, no post-lunch crash, just clean energy. The science is simple. Fasting balances blood sugar, reduces insulin spikes, and like I said before, it lets your body run off stored fat instead of chasing the next snack. Fasting doesn't wreck your metabolism, it doesn't eat your muscle, and you don't need to graze all day to survive. What fasting actually does is give your body a break. It lowers inflammation, it balances hormones, and it helps you tap into energy you already have stored. For me, fasting wasn't just about fat loss, though yeah, I leaned out It was about healing. I reversed symptoms of BPH. I calmed asthma I'd had for 40 years, and I got off medications that doctors told me I'd be on forever. None of that happened when I was eating 6 meals a day, trust me, even if they were clean, healthy meals. It happened when I let my body rest, detox, and reset through fasting. Don't get physical appearance confused with what's going on inside. So here's the deal. Next time someone tells you fasting is dangerous or it's going to wreck your body, remember, those are myths. If you've already busted one of these myths in your own life, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you're curious about how to actually get started with fasting the right way, hit that subscribe button because I've got more how-to videos coming. This isn't about extreme diets, it's about real results, and I'm here to show you what actually works.